Buffalo is going to win it both.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We'll see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
I hope Mike's in.
Hello. I don't know why Matt does that every single time, but it's all good. We are live, and we are back. Yours truly, Preach, coming to you, hosting this show, Overdue Bills podcast. We are excited to be here, and I am graced with the presence of our guy, a.k.a. Rad, a.k.a. All-Purpose Rad, a.k.a. New House Rad. You know what I'm saying? Rad, what's up, man? Talk to the people.
Man, I'm doing great, bro. 2020 has started off crazy, but, man, the Bills doing good. I'm doing good, so I can't complain, man.
Fendi fact. And also, we are graced with the one and the only Matty Ice. Matt,
what's going on?
Matt COVID, literally. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know where the literally is coming from. I'm not
Matt,
no COVID over here. I'm just trying to be like Rad. That's
Matt,
all.
you pre-production, you told us a little something. I will not say it because supposedly there's some shenanigans that's going on with some other shenanigans, but that's just for us to know. I'm not gonna say it for the people. But you know what I'm saying? Just know Matt is finessing right now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Matt. We hope. We
Matt
hope.
Finesse? I like that name, Matt Finesse.
Matt Finesse, a.k.a. Matt Finesse.
Matt
Pretty
Finesse.
soon after that, this is about to be all I have.
Listen. A.k.a.
That's what we want.
A.k.a.
Fully committed.
Yeah, Matt, my man Matt. We shouts out to Matt. Hope Matt is okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was around him. But all right. All right, should we call him a.k.a. Matt Scammer? All right. Nah. But listen. You see us, man. You see us at the bottom of the screen. You see us presented to you by Wing Kings for sure this episode. And Matt, let the people know what's up with Wing Kings.
Yeah, man. This podcast, another week is brought to you by Buffalo Wing Kings. Being from Buffalo, there's two things the guys here know. That's Bills football and Buffalo Wings. And, our choice and the best choice is going to be Wing Kings. Wing Kings is Wings 101. With over 101 flavors and a Wing of the Month special, Wing Kings is sure to school any other wing places around. They're opening up 2 locations by January 2021, one in the University District on Main Street and another one in the Black Rock Riverside area on Niagara Street. Hit up Wing Kings for all your wing needs, for birthday parties. The holidays are coming up. You don't want to cook. Hit them up. Get some wings. The football games, whatever you guys need for wings, hit those guys up. You can stop by their Elmwood location at 484 Elmwood Avenue, or you give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say and we know that they have the best wings in town, hands down.
I like that. So definitely, Wing Kings is something. Buffalo Wing Kings is something that you need to do. But listen. Let's get into the show. I'm excited to get into this show.
Definitely.
And as customary, we start off with the quick question of the day. And I got a question, man, because I don't know if y'all know, the people don't know, but the guys that I'm talking to, and including myself, we are ex-football players. And the reason why I say that specifically is because I don't know if everybody's seen the Denver Broncos game, and they had to have Willy Wonka at quarterback. I just wanted to let the people know that if he can play quarterback in the NFL, surely we can get something going. But that's just, neither here nor there. But quick question of the day.
That's debatable with you, but it's
everybody know. I was top 5, but that's neither here nor there. This is my question to y'all. Would you do a better job batting the ball down? That's what we need to know. And let me frame this. Last week, we know what happened. No, not last week, but the Arizona game 2 weeks ago, we know what happened. D-Hop embarrassed us. And then this week, they marching down the field. The game should be over. Justin Herbert, he gets away from the defense. He heaves the ball, and I think his name is Tyrone Johnson. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who? It's a million people down there. We're playing prevent defense, and he catches the ball over 30,000 people. So my question is, we're taught this in Little League, right? Hail Mary or any situation like that, you do not try to intercept the ball. You do what? You bat the ball down. So my question to y'all is, would y'all do a better job batting the ball down? Like, come on.
I mean, it's tough to say. I think I saw something today that said that if you want to beat the Buffalo Bills, just practice Hail Marys on 1st and 10 and you'll score. But I mean, it's tough to say, man. Those are some crazy plays, and we're just not looking like we do it well. I mean, I think obviously the answer is yes if you think that you can bat the ball down better, but it's just one of those things that's a little fluky. I'm gonna let Rad answer on that one.
I mean, all I want to say, they just got to do better, man. They got to be like a point of emphasis, I guess. I don't know. Is it drills, pat the ball, drill down? Did we have those in high school? Did we
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
We did? I don't know. But
Yes.
I think they just need to hit the drills more, make that point of emphasis. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we lost the game because of that, but that it didn't have to cost us this game. But I just think 2 fluke plays. I don't think it happened again.
Yeah, listen, I listen, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, or whatever the saying is. But my issue is this. I'm gonna be honest, because Rad brought something up. Like, I think that Sean McDermott, I think they get a day off today, but tomorrow, I think that you need to have every defensive back. You need to put them in a line, you throw the ball up in the air, and you say bat it down. Like, seriously, I think honestly that before they walk off the field, the practice field, they need to bat at least 6 balls down. And then they could go get in the shower.
Somebody constantly throwing balls at him.
Balls.
They kind of constantly hit it.
That was wild.
It's all practice. That'd be crazy.
But I'm just saying, because it's like, we literally lost to DeAndre Hopkins with our best three defensive players. And then,
but
the same thing.
Sam, we won.
I know we won, but
but we seem like we on the whole. We won the game. We played good. It's all right. It's not okay.
It's not all right.
Okay, bro.
But I guess Rad is turning it into Matt as optimistic Rad, but that's neither here nor there.
Because we won the game, and you talk about one play that didn't matter, even if they scored.
Yeah,
the play didn't matter. All right, we're not gonna talk.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
It wasn't enough time
because we need to learn that, because I think that will come up again. Like that same play where we got to bat the ball down will come up again. Mark my words. But anyways, we can move forward. I wanted to get your thoughts. We're going to get into the game. We're going to get into the preview of the next game against the 49ers. We're going to do that. Hold your horses. But I want to get your thoughts, and I need everybody in the comments because I want to hear your thoughts as well. We kind of need to talk about COVID, man. And I know I joke with Matt, calling Matt COVID, but like the NFL is running rampant with COVID, man. Like it's getting kind of crazy. Like, we just saw Denver Broncos play legit. I'm not going to name any names from our old football team because they're going to get upset. But a terrible player. Like, he was so bad. The man had 2 interceptions and 1 completion. Awful. And then we see this. We just got the news that Pittsburgh is going to play. Who's Pittsburgh playing? Wednesday. They're playing Wednesday. Ravens. They're playing the Ravens Wednesday. Like, it's like, what's going on? Like at 3 o'clock
p.m.
at 3:40
before happy hour. Yeah. It's like you can't even get to happy hour.
It's ridiculous.
I watch football anytime.
I agree. So my question is, let me talk to Matt. Matt, how do you feel about it, man? Like, do you think that a lot of people are calling for the league to just halt for a week or two and just get everything back together, because it's just not fun watching players that don't matter. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do you feel, Matt?
I can agree with that. But it's crazy to me still by this point in the season that the NFL just doesn't have a plan. They're just still going on the fly, and they're like, yeah, you know what? All right, it's a day before the game. You got no quarterbacks. We're not going to do anything to compensate you. We're just gonna throw something out there. Like it's just crazy. It's still crazy to me that there's no plan at all. I don't understand that. Because
the reality is that for the Denver game, all they had to do was postpone it till today, and they could have played the quarterbacks because they came up negative. Like, that's literally all they had to do. They wanted to move forward with silly Wildcat and whatever the guy name was. But Rad, how do you feel about the COVID? Is it just like whatever? Is it mere bag of shells?
I I think we knew this, right? We knew this. This was gonna happen. The NFL. I mean, I disagree with Matt as far as like they didn't have a plan. They got protocols that the Denver Broncos quarterbacks did not do. They did not follow. They wasn't wearing masks around each other, and they just it's their fault. You know what I mean? It's personal. I'm not saying it's their fault because COVID is nobody's fault, but you know, on some level, it's personal responsibility, and you gotta. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure that out. And they were not in protocol, and they just clearly it was just one group. It wasn't like the Ravens where everybody was just spreading everywhere. It was literally just the quarterback room. And
but that's a pivotal role, though.
That's a pivotal role.
Yeah.
But it's a pivotal role. But it was their fault. It wasn't like half the team is gone like the Ravens.
Yeah, but that's not a plug and play position though, Rad. You can't.
It's not.
You got your whole quarterback group out.
But you can't put precedent on other positions.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
They're not.
Right.
Well, they telling you
if the Buffalo Bills, God forbid, and really, we might want to say shouts out to Uncle Cuomo. We might want to say it because even though we do not like everything that he's doing as far as shutting everything down.
I don't.
Clearly, I mean, we haven't had an outbreak in any of our football teams in New York State. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's a direct result of what Uncle Cuomo has been doing, but what I am, knock on wood.
Western New York is the worst out of all. You know.
True, but the football players. But I think. But also let's be honest. Testing. We're actually testing people here. And when you have people in Atlanta, and shouts out to my man Nas, he's watching. Nobody's getting tested, so it's just a free for all down there.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I actually do know that. No, what I'm saying is, no, the CDC said the number. This is a Bills podcast. We're not going to go into CDC. So all right. We can move on. We can move on. All right. COVID is a little crazy, but hopefully the Bills can stay COVID free. And you know, this is a shout out to my brother James. Please, if you cutting hair, wear a mask when you cutting the Bills hair. But that's neither here nor there.
Follow protocol, guys, and follow protocol.
Absolutely, follow protocol.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the game. Let's get into the game. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Please keep commenting. I see you, and you know, we here for you. So we're gonna do expectations versus reality. Expectations versus reality, right? Our expectations of the game versus really what happened. And I'm going to go to Matty Ice first. Matt COVID. Matt, can you talk about your expectations of what you thought going in and to really what happened? Did it meet your expectations? Talk to me.
Well, it didn't meet my expectations. It didn't meet my expectations fully.
Okay.
I mean, the offense came out of the jump, you know how they usually do. They were kind of firing off on cylinders, but the defense came out really strong. I mean, they if it wasn't for the defense, we probably would have got smoked yesterday with all the mistakes that the offense made. It's like they've been turning the corner kind of at the right spot that we need them to do. And certain guys that we were ragging on in the beginning of the year, they really stepped up the past couple of weeks. I'm gonna mention AJ Klein.
Absolutely,
you know, he went crazy yesterday.
We're gonna talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, I think you have, but as far as expectations versus reality, no, it didn't, because I expected it to be a shootout. I expected it to be, a 38-31 game. I didn't expect all the mistakes on either side, and I also didn't expect, Anthony Lynn to come out there and just forget how to coach football, which I'm not mad at because, we got the win off of that. But no, expectations versus reality, they definitely was below the expectations I had for the game.
Rat.
Yeah, man. I mean, the offense moved the ball the way I thought they would. Was in scoring positions the way I thought they would, but the turnovers, right? You're not expecting four? We had 4 turnovers, 3 or 4 turnovers. You're not expecting that. You're expecting I mean, Singletary had a fumble problem early on, but he kind of figured that out. And Josh was being better with the ball. So those things I didn't expect, but our offense was moving the ball. Their defense, we're gonna give up sacks. We can go just the amount of times we throw the ball, but we was moving the ball. We punted a few times here and there, but we turned the ball over in our territory 2 or 3 times. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I didn't expect that, but I think the offense did move the ball the way I wanted to. The surprise to me was the defense. Obviously, the defense played good. They slowed down Herbert. That offense, even Eckler coming back, I thought that was going to be a little difficult. He had a decent game for fantasy wise, but overall it have a huge impact on the game as far as scoreboard wise. So yeah, man, the expectation is a little slight. I mean, obviously underachieved my expectations because I didn't think to turn over the ball, but how the offense was moving, get in a scoring position. I think that was my expectation for sure.
And I will say, shouts out to our guy, Mike D. He couldn't be on the show today, but his expectation of the game, I think Mike called the score 27-17, right, Matt? Was that right?
No, I said 26-19. It was close.
Okay,
Real close.
26-19. Yeah, Mike had it about right. So Mike was in that. So shouts out to him.
I expect that from Mike. He's an underbidder in spades, so I knew he was going to go way under in the score.
Underbidder. If you are an underbidder, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Any spades players, let us know in the comments, man. We might do a little spades tournament. Tie that in with the Buffalo Wing Kings virtual spades. You know what I'm saying? COVID. But anyways, so let's move into this because I wanted to ask you guys a question. About the game. Why can't we finish games? What do you see? Because how I'm looking at it is this. When I looked at the score, man, we had 24 points the whole second half almost. And it's just like, what I'm saying is we come out so strong during the first half. Even if you go back to the Rams game, right? We come out like gangbusters. And then all of a sudden, it's just second half, we just take, our foot off the pedal or whatever we're doing. Maybe we get conservative with the play calling. But so my question is to you, Rad. Is this are we not finishing games strong because of a specific reason or what's going on with that? And if you're in the comments, let me know what you think.
I think we're a good team, and this could be considered. I'm not gonna say nitpicking, but it's like we go up good. We our offense come out strong every game. Well, most games, we put up points early, and then we it's kind of like that. Chill. We scored enough, so they're not gonna catch up type of deal. And I understand that. So, but I mean, I don't mind it. I think teams, obviously, we playing NFL teams. They're gonna make adjustments. Our schedule hasn't been easy. We played some good NFL coaches. They made adjustments the second half. Josh got to remake that adjustment. But I mean, we 8-3. We scoring enough in the first half. For all the teams that's not Kansas City, I think we're good enough to beat, good enough to score against. If it comes to a shootout, but we'll see how it affect us moving forward. But I don't think it's a major problem yet or now.
Matt, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's not necessarily saying we can't finish games, but we can't run away with games. But honestly, though, it's been seeming that way for a lot of the teams. I don't want to compare us to the Chiefs, but the Chiefs kind of been doing that a lot this year too. They come out, they're front runners.
You're right,
and then they kind of get held up a little bit, or they slow down, and the score looks a lot different than how the game actually went. You know what I mean? So I can't really say that we're getting too conservative with calls or we're not mixing it up. It's just we get put in positions where we're making mistakes at the end of the game, or discipline's not there. And then just unfortunate things happen, like that Ed Oliver roughing the passer yesterday, the fumbles, obviously. But I mean, in doing all that though, it's guys are stepping up, so I can't really necessarily say that we're not finishing. It's just not looking as good as it should, and as we know that it could.
And in the second half, I'm not saying you shouldn't, continue to try to attack and score. Yes, but you try. The game ends in the second half. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
the first half, the game does not end.
Right.
The time, each second that go past, you're trying to get this game over with. You're trying to run a ball. You're trying to do other. You're not. I don't think people coach the same in the first half and second half, especially when you get late in the third or the fourth quarter. It's a different. Especially depends on what's the lead. This is a different way people coach. I think, and just being person and just playing football and you just understand. It's a different feel when you start the game and then it's the third quarter. You up 2 touchdowns. It's just a different. Feels a different urgency you play with, naturally.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's our high school coach in basketball used to always preach time and situation. You know what I mean? You got the third and the fourth quarter. We got to slow down a couple possessions because we can't run this fast break that we want to run all the time. Because we got to slow it down and we got to eat some clock up. So I can agree with that.
So I guess our scheme is to play not to lose, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm getting?
No, I'm saying what Josh did in the second half, put putting the ball in harm's way, us fumbling. You want to limit mistakes as much as you can as a coach. And you can believe in your team, obviously, but you don't want to be too aggressive where, you go 3 and out, 3 and out, or interception, and they right back in the game, right? Even if you hold the ball for 3-4 minutes every time you get the ball and you didn't score per se, it's just limited the other team chances of scoring. And they enemy is us, the scoreboard and the clock. You know what I mean? Like you can't. There's no more time if you don't. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. I could be wrong though.
I'm not off of that. I'm just saying it just seems to me it's just like, sometimes we do come out at gangbusters and then it just dwindles down. But I understand. I get it. We've all been there. But Matt brought up something interesting, and I want to talk about the game a little bit more. He brought up Ed Oliver's name, and the unfortunate thing that he did with the roughing the passer. Ed Oliver did get a sack, right? Yeah. And I want to talk about the defense. Thank God. Let's all clap it up for Ed Oliver. So let me say this. I want to talk about the defense, and I need you in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Do y'all think that our defense turned the corner? I just want you to answer that in the comments right now. But Matt, I want to go to you about this. Because when I look at it, the pass rush, we had a decent pass rush, right? We actually had, I think we got 3 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. Jerry Hughes got in there, Ed Oliver, and shouts out to AJ Klein, 10 tackles on the day. Like, he played a solid game. I'm very impressed with AJ Klein. So, Matt, with that being said, with our defense, and when y'all were just talking, it kind of had me thinking, maybe we do finish game strong, but our defense actually gets better as the game goes on. Prior to the lapses. But, I mean, because, like, in theory, I mean, they only had 17 points, and we all thought it was going to be a barn burner. We thought it was going to be a track meet, and Justin Herbert had 316 yards, but he really didn't have his impact on the game as we thought he would. So, Matt, is our defense taking that turn? Like, are we – but, like, what do you see?
I think so. I mean, I think like AJ Klein, if he plays consistently how he was playing, that's obviously a boost for that linebacker core that was struggling early. We're going to get Milano back going forward, and that's the type of thing that we need. I think the defense really is, though, taking the turn. As far as the pass rush, we mentioned we didn't. Justin Herbert didn't look like comfortable in the beginning. You know what I mean? They got to him. They got 9 QB hits. Yesterday, they were on him. I actually thought that the Chargers had more the way that Joey Bosa was on offense yesterday. He was in our backfield like a ridiculous amount of times. But we actually have more QB hits, and then we had 11 tackles for the losses. That's huge. AJ Klein had three of those. So I think that the defense is making that turn because if you watch the game yesterday, a lot of those Justin Herbert quick throws due to the pressure of our defensive line, they could have turned into interceptions easily, a lot of them. So I think the defense is making the turn. You got guys that are stepping up that weren't at Oliver. He was in the backfield almost every play. He was pushing the line back on run plays. They had, if Austin Eckler was in the game, they were doing a lot of like quick screens or like delayed screens to him and getting it over them. You know what I mean? So I think the defense is making the turn right now, and I think we're going to be in good shape going forward if they keep playing how they are, because they bailed us out a lot yesterday. If you look at, like, I'm going to mention the turnovers. You got the Devin Singletary fumble that turned into a field goal, and they were in our own. That could have easily turned into a touchdown for them. The Josh Allen fumble right after that turned into the Trey White interception, and then that turned into a punt, and then the Allen pick. We turn around and get a pick right away. So it just the way that it's going, I like it.
So, Rat, let me ask you this: as far as the defense is concerned, do you have those same sentiments like Matt? Because when you look at Keenan Allen had 10 targets but only 4 catches, 40 yards. Not too crazy. Even Austin Eckler looked good, right?
Yeah.
He looked good. He looked like he was spry or whatever, but he only had 3 yards to carry. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, our run defense, even though he has some gashes, every now and again, but, like, he only had 44 yards. You know what I'm saying? Rushing, like, granted, he did have 85 yards passing with 11 receptions, but you take that. You take those check
14
downs.
targets.
Yeah, you take those check
take
downs.
that.
So how do you feel about it, right? What do you see?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I got a shout out to Mike D. Mike D called this
did.
Seattle game. He said, after watching that Seattle game, he said if you feel like the defense gonna take a turn, and I wasn't on the board with him right there, but he was right, man. I think our defense have been playing since that point. Klein, Edmonds, everybody straight up. We just been playing better. We've been blitzing more. I like the scheme change from Leslie Frazier. I think, and this is the perfect time to get it right? Because if we lost John Brown, our offense going to not be as great, as high potent as it was with him. If our defense can limit teams to 20 and below, I think we can score 21, 24 points a game. You know what I mean? I think that's very, very possible. So if our defense is playing like we were last year, or even not all the way up to that power, but 75, 80% of that. And I think how improved and how confident Josh is playing, how improved our offense is. Yeah, man, I take us, once again, the big elephant in the room is Kansas City. But besides that, I don't see no other team, especially in the AFC. The Steelers, they undefeated, but I still think they're more beatable than the KC. So I think I take us over any team in the AFC, man, not being the Chiefs. So I love how our defense is playing. I want Smoke Brown to come back. Obviously, that's going to, make our offense look even crazier and more potent. But when he get back, I think we're going to be rolling, and I think, we definitely going to be the team to look out for in the playoffs.
Okay, I think thank you for saying that, Rad, because I want to shift into the offense. And Matt talked about the turnovers, which obviously we have to clean up. But offensively, 27 points, which is not bad. 27 points is not necessarily bad. But I think we only scored 10 points in the second half. But I guess turnovers has a lot to do with that. But I wanted to go to Rad. And Mike is not here because Mike is against running. Mike is in the comments, so you can at him because Mike doesn't want us to run the ball. But yet and still, Rat, when you look at it, Devin Singletary, 11 for 82, 7.5 yards a carry. Zach Moss, 9 for 56, 6 yards a carry. And Josh Allen even gets in there, nine rushes for about 32 yards. So, Rad.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw something in. This is probably the first week, and it's probably going to be the only week that we had more rushing yards than we did passing.
Wow.
We had 172 rushing yards, 160 passing. So that's when you look at that with our offense, that's crazy.
How do you feel about it, right? Like, is it are we a running team now? Like, what is it?
The issue is we're so up and down with this. It doesn't matter for me. I don't care. I don't care either way. It's more exciting to see Josh throw for 404 touchdowns. Sure, I got him in fantasy as well, so I love it.
And by the way, Rad is getting beat right now in fantasy against yours truly, just to let the people know what time it is. All right, you go, Rad.
It's COVID, so we just gonna say that.
Oh my God.
It's COVID. But I think I lost my train of thought.
I asked you, are we a running team?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not pressed about running, passing team, or you know what I mean. I want to be able to do both. I want to gel. I want to be able, if people playing us 6 DBs and trying to take away the pass, kid Singletary and Moss gash them for 150, 200 yards. Yes, we shown that we can do that. We can do that, and we should do that if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? We not just going outpass a defense with 6 DBs and playing back on us. Like, let's not do that. Let's not put that pressure on Josh. Let's hand the ball off to these boys and let's gas. Singletary was averaging 6-7 yards a carry last year. It ain't like he got worse. You know what I mean? For me, it's always been opportunities. Like, we just not handing them the ball. We throw the ball 80% of the time. So I think the fact that they got confidence that they can run for $150, 200 if need be is all important for me, especially in playoff games. That's going to be crucial to run the ball in playoff games. So I love it. I don't think we run a team. I just think a team that we can run and we can throw. We can do either or now, and that's the best case scenario for me. So no, I don't think we run a team or whatever. We definitely more so a passing team, but can we run the ball? And the answer is yes. So I'm good with that.
So Matt, let me ask you this real quick. With this being said, and what we've seen, should we have a more balanced attack? Because I think it was like 20 rushes as far as the running backs are concerned to 24 passes. Should it be a more balanced attack like that?
I mean, it really is depending
On
on
the
what
game?
the defense is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you take what the defense gives you, right? I mean, the Chargers have a really bad rushing defense, and we exploited that. And then the passing game, it could have been maybe more, but I agree. You just take. I'm with Rad though. I don't care what team we are as long as we're winning. I really don't. It's like I'm not. I don't prefer one either or. So
I prefer
don't.
passing. I like passing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that as long as we're winning, I don't care. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That's for me.
All right, and this is a question. I know y'all been waiting for this question, and I need everybody to like and share this right now. I need you to share it because we getting into the nitty gritty. I'm asking a question about Josh Allen, and the people know Matt thinks Josh Allen is next to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And Rad, he may not like Josh Allen, but we gonna see now, and I need everybody to share it right now because the people need to see this. So let me ask y'all this: Josh Allen had a subpar game, 18 for 24, 157, I think 32 yards on the ground, touchdown and a pick. What's up with Josh Allen? Is it as simple as just saying he doesn't have John Brown and he gets out of sorts, or is there something going on with Josh Allen? Because a few weeks ago, 4 games in, he was an MVP candidate. And now it almost seems as if he's turning into Josh Allen, like what we seen last year. So I'm gonna go to Matt first. Optimistic Matt. Matt, how do you feel about it?
I'm still on board. I still think he is the MVP. I mean, bro, I take that back. After Mahomes yesterday,
Oh my God.
and he dropped down. But absolutely, I mean,
I told y'all.
he didn't. If he wasn't, look at the play that Matt Barkley got in the game. If we would have had that all game long, we wouldn't have scored a point yesterday. Josh Allen being in the game and being able to do what he does, the line was not good, which is usually good in the pass this whole year. They were terrible in the pass blocking yesterday. If Josh wasn't able to get away from Bosa or be able to move around how he does, that game would have been completely different. So Josh, when you say Josh had, I don't think he had a bad game yesterday. That interception was terrible, but I don't think he had a bad game at all.
I just want to clarify this for the people to suggest that and to compare Matt Barkley and Josh Allen is not fair. Like obviously, like Josh Allen's 10 times better. Like that isn't like I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm just saying, like Josh Allen being in the game, and Josh Allen being him is what makes this offense run great.
Okay.
I don't think it has if John Brown would have been in the game with Matt Barkley, it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
Like if we had our whole receiver core, is what I'm saying. Is like Josh is the one that makes the things happen. It's not. It's obviously the receivers making plays, but Josh is the guy that he is it for us, and he, what I mean. I don't know how else to really say it.
I understand. Rad, how do you feel about it? Be honest.
It's tough to make it that simple because we like Gabe Davis, right? We think
and that's another thing I was going to shout him out because we talked about him being out. He stepped up crazy yesterday.
So based on how Josh played without John Brown, you can easily just say, yeah, John Brown there, we play better. We don't play good. But I guess more so. I guess I'm a lean towards yes because maybe just his confidence level was different when he just have. I think John Brown probably in his mind his number one, like his confidence level, far as his guy, and Diggs is obviously Diggs. Obviously he's great, but I think just the confidence how he come up to the game knowing he got Diggs and John Brown right here, and obviously Beasley is doing good too. So. I don't want to just say that. I hope I hope that's not because he's gonna be out for 2 more games at least at the bare minimum. So and I think if we really want to. I think the division probably. I'm not gonna say wrapped up, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's just John Brown, but based on the evidence, I gotta lean towards that. You know what I mean? I think John Brown played yesterday. I think we better. I think he's just more confident in what he's doing. Personally,
I'm gonna say though, like I don't think it's a confidence thing. I think it's more so of like you take what the defense gives you too. Like Josh Allen, he wasn't even able to do a 3-step drop yesterday, so he has to make decisions faster, and Josh Allen needs a little bit more time just to do his playmaking thing. When he couldn't do that right away, maybe he was going a little fast in the beginning, making mistakes, not making the right throws that he was supposed to be making. But I think I don't really think it's a confidence thing. I think it's just kind of like an adjustment. Like, oh man, these guys are in my face right away. I got to get it out a little faster, and he just wasn't doing that.
Pause.
As quick as we wanted him to do it.
I hear
And that's
you.
why maybe it looked like that. I'm not sure.
Listen, I'm not gonna complain. Josh Allen is having a good season. Like, he's having a good season. He's actually playing good football, and if he can limit the turnovers, we don't need the fumbling. Like, interceptions, that happens, but the fumbling has to stop.
Yeah.
And
Like, I can see like maybe the Josh Allen from last year trying to do too much at times, which I agree with that play. He was trying to do a little too much instead of just falling on it. He wanted to pick it up and run, but that's
what makes it him.
stop.
That's
It
true.
does. It does. It's like I'll
That's what it
if
is.
we're gonna get more plays that are positive out of that, I guess I'll take that once in a while if we got to live with that.
All right, let me ask y'all this, and we're going to get into the preview of the coming game coming on next week. But I wanted to ask this, and especially for the people, because we like to, the Bills is good. We're good. And we like to, look at the standings. So we're 8-3. We're sitting pretty good. We're leading our division. Miami is behind us. The Patriots is middling somewhere around there. And I think we're fourth. When it comes to our conference, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Tennessee, crazy that, Kansas City, Tennessee, they beat us, and we're going to play Pittsburgh in a week, I think, or two. So I wanted to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about it? Like what are our thoughts? Like, is it like more so let's not look ahead one game at a time? Or how do y'all feel about us in the AFC and how we fare in the teams that we're around? Brad, how you feel about us, man? We 8-3, man.
Yeah, we 8-3, and I like when we were sitting there. I think we're gonna get that home playoff game, but me is going back to that Cardinals game, right? Because being 9-2 right now would be obviously be better. We'd be sitting in third.
Absolutely.
We got Pittsburgh, and I think Pittsburgh gonna be the favorite, but I won't be shocked if we win. I think we can beat Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
So it would have been better, like for Matt and Mike, who's watching, trying to get that 1 seed. But I don't think Kansas City gonna lose another game, unfortunately. So I think we definitely gonna get a home field playoff game, and I think we could have possibly got 2, that Cardinals game. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff I was thinking about. But it is what it is. We 8-3. I'm happy about it.
Matt, tell me how you feel. I'm gonna ask y'all a question real after that.
I feel good. I mean, to be 8-3 at this point, and then with who we have left, usually at this time of the year, I'm looking at, all right, we got to win this week, and the Dolphins got to lose to somebody this week, the Patriots got to lose, the Chiefs got to lose, just for us to be in the hunt to get that 6 seed.
Yeah,
we're looking at at minimum the 3 seed right now. I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling great.
I agree.
Let me ask you this, and if you're in the comments, you can comment on this. How do y'all feel about? And I know it's a little early, but teams do it, looking ahead and figuring out who we would play if things. I mean, it may be too early right now, but I'm looking at Cleveland. I'm looking at Miami. And I think it's 7 teams in there. I don't know what's going to happen with the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody got COVID. Who knows? But if I had my choice, I think Cleveland's terrible. Yeah. I mean, I would prefer to play Cleveland. I would prefer to play the Dolphins. I think we got their number. I don't want to see Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. I don't care how bad they're doing. I just would prefer not to. I don't know. I'm just asking. Is that something that we should look at? And those of you in the comments, I need to know. Is that something we should look at? Should we start tanking or whatever, or should we maneuver our way so we can play? I don't know how the playoff picture is, but
this is as confident as you would hear me about the Bills probably ever in existence. I think we're better than every single team you said, clearly, by far.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say I'm not worried, but I don't think we should be thinking like that. If I had to choose, I'm gonna lean towards Miami. I don't love the Cleveland matchup because a team that dominant at running the ball, you know what I mean, and they are dominant at running the ball, like on some San Fran last year's type stuff, like Hunt and Chubb gonna give you 200 a game.
We putting up 40 on them, bro.
Yeah, sure, fine, but I'm saying if a team that I want to avoid is that team who can run a ball, who can run a ball and be good with that and score 20 points and win a game. That's who I don't want to face if I had to choose. But I think we're definitively better than all those teams. So I'm not scared of none of them.
Matt.
Yeah, I think it's too early to be looking at that because I'm still looking at we got to run away with the division. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to look ahead because Miami, besides the Chiefs, they have a similar schedule at us. You know what I mean? They don't play anybody that
But they play us.
I think I'm saying, well, besides us and the Chiefs, I'm just saying
So that's a loss. That's 2 losses.
But I'm just saying if they win out, right?
They're not going to win out. They're going to lose twice.
I'm just saying if it got down to week 17 and it was like a win to get in, then it's like we
I
have
hear
to
you
beat them
saying.
to get
Yeah,
in.
I know.
I'm trying to run away with it. I'm not trying to even have week 17 be the week that the Dolphins we got to play for that division. You know what I mean? I want it to be locked up.
I agree.
The only issue is that do we have 3 losses on our schedule from now? No, absolutely not. We do not have 3 losses. They have at least 2.
But you never know. I'm not trying to put. I don't want to say it.
No, I am saying it.
No, this season is unpredictable. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
I don't want to put nothing in the air and
Yes,
jinxing nothing.
I agree.
This season is unpredictable.
Yeah.
All we know is right now, as the team is currently constructed, we should be able to win this division and win most, if not all our games.
So that to answer your question, I'm not looking at who I want to play yet in the playoffs. No.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, also
I am.
Who on some real like.
I know who I don't.
If we're gonna lose, it doesn't like if we're that team that we think we are. Who doesn't matter? All them people under us. Who doesn't matter? I understand the Lamar thing.
I'm just saying strategy. I would just rather not play the Baltimore Ravens. Like I mean, like I just would rather not. But regardless,
me personally, I don't think they're getting in. They're not going to get in. The way that Indy and the Titans are playing, they're not going to get in. It's going to be and then same thing. Cleveland and Pittsburgh in that division, and then we got KC and us.
Baker's bad.
I'm talking about coaching. I just would rather not see that specific team.
Okay,
but that's neither here nor there. And since we brought that up, I honestly thought, and I was talking about 3 losses. I don't see 3 losses. I think this is going to be one of our toughest games, and we're going to preview it against the San Francisco 49ers. I personally think that they had this win against the Rams, and it's in division, so I mean, it definitely means something. But we understand that. And Jared Goff is terrible, but
Jack on high.
The 49ers, I mean, their defense is coming back as far as the players that were injured. I mean, they have some players that was injured for the season, but
Sherman back.
Yeah, they're coming back together, and you know, Mostert is back. Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk is coming on, and Mullins it's not a drop off between him and Jimmy G. I actually prefer Jimmy G to play, but that's neither here nor there. So I let me ask y'all this. Let's preview the game. What do y'all think? And let's state this, that the game is in Arizona. We play the San Francisco 49ers, but supposedly they have some type of mandate that where they can't go back. I don't know what the situation is, but we're playing in
California. If you live in New York, you thought New York was tight. California is a different level.
They locked down.
They're not. There's like a restriction on contact sports.
You can't talk. I think
because if they go back, they have to quarantine for so long and they can't play. Like, so the game is in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So is Arizona in a dome or is that a what?
It's Monday night. What is it? Monday night.
Okay, it's
Monday night.
Monday night. Okay. So
Monday night.
And I think they have people in the stands, but so my question is, let's preview the game. Let's give about 2-minute preview. Matt, how do you feel about the game, man? How do you feel about the game?
I'm liking it. I think we're gonna win that one pretty easily, honestly.
Wow.
I think it's going to be like a 2-touchdown win at least, just because I think that with the turn the defense is making, I don't think that the Niners are even with Mostert back, I don't think they're going to be able to score on us.
Okay.
You know, how a high-powered offense would.
Rad.
I like it. Obviously, I like it. I think it's an interesting game, right? I think it's an interesting game. It's Monday night. San Fran, they're not playing at home. They got to move, so they uncomfortable themselves. So I think that goes in our favor, right? They be in Arizona. They not, and they, you know what I mean? It's a different vibe there. They ain't like they home Monday nights. So I like that. I think that moving to Arizona is in our favor. Yes, but it's interesting because like you said, they getting healthier, right? Mostert, Debo looked great yesterday. Like he looked great, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Mostert had some good big plays. I'm not scared of Mullins per se. But you know, I just think we got to take this game seriously. Yeah. I think we're the better team. But I can see this being a low scoring game, similar to I guess like the Chargers being. I can see that. I just can see that. But I think we should be able to. We more talented than them. We better team. Josh the better quarterback. But I mean, Shanahan is Shanahan. I think he's a great coach. You know, he can figure out a way if anybody can. So I think we got to take this game real serious. But I think we can get this win though for sure.
Absolutely. So let me get your predictions.
Right now, I'm gonna say 31-14 Bills.
Okay.
I think it's weird, low scoring. I think 24-17 Bills.
Okay. I got it at, I'm gonna say 28-12. 28-12.
Wow.
28-12.
Touchdowns, all field goals. I like it.
I'm gonna say 28-12. But hopefully Mullins.
Let me go pick up Robbie Gold then.
Yeah.
And I was like, but right as I said that, I'm like, damn, I didn't even give them field goals. Like, there's no way that they're just gonna only score on us. I think, but I'm gonna stick with my prediction.
All right. So let me do this. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Rad. Really good show. We appreciate all of you in the comments. We appreciate you watching. We had a good turnout today. And for the people, we have a contest. We moving on up. All right. So let me give y'all this. This contest we got for y'all. Contest this week. Hear me well. You have a chance to win a $30 gift card to Buffalo Wing Kings. Bingo. All right. Here's how you win it. Listen, here's how you win it. To enter, listen, you have to like and follow the Overdue Bills Facebook page. And then you have to give us your score prediction for this week's game against the 49ers. You have to give us your score prediction. We gave y'all ours. I would like that you don't take my score. You don't take all of our scores. Be original. But give us your score. Put it in there.
If you think it's a score, we can't win. They got to win.
They can use ours. Yeah, they can use ours.
Okay, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. All right. So, and then along with how many yards you think the Bills will have passing at the end of the game. All right? At the end of the game, how many yards will the Bills have
for
passing?
The tiebreaker?
So that's for the tiebreaker.
Just in case we have nobody that gets it correct, or we have multiple people that have the same score.
Yes.
Now we'll have the post up on our Facebook page where you have to comment the score and your yardage prediction.
Absolutely.
And then at the end, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish the.
You good?
No, but and after you do your prediction, you have to make sure you share that original post. I know we ran this contest last week, and a lot of people shared, the wrong post, or they commented on the wrong spot. You got to make sure you do it on the one on the original Overdue Bills page, or else your entry will be void.
Okay, and the contest ends at 12:45.
No, it's gonna be we play Monday night.
Monday night. I'm sorry.
Yep, so it'll be 8 o'clock.
Yes, the contest
ended on Monday.
Just say this: 15 minutes prior to the game starting.
Yep.
15 minutes prior to the game starting.
Make it simple.
The contest ends. I apologize. All right, so we want y'all to do that, man. Please, like what Matt said. Follow all.
We had a winner last week, right?
We did. We had an exact winner.
Let's talk about the winner, man.
Yeah, we had Sam Greco. He predicted the score right on the nose, man. So shout out our first ever Overdue Bills podcast winner. We're gonna hook you up with that $30 gift certificate, man. You use it when Wing Kings is still not open yet. They were supposed to open today. They haven't given me an exact date yet, but they will be back to serving you guys the best wings in town, man.
Absolutely.
So,
and I'm not gonna tell you what flavor to get Sam Greco because we got the same name. But you know what I'm saying? It's 101 of them things. You know what I'm saying? So you can pick one. But listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. Please, man, the contest. We need y'all to do it. Let us know that score. We're going to put up the post, put it in there, like that joint so we can get the winner. You know what I mean? We want to give y'all this $30 gift certificate to Wing Kings. We want to bless y'all with that. So with that being said, as is customary with all of our shows, we end with a little hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
All right, man. See y'all
Let's go.
next week.